The Factory 2050 site is AMRC's brand new fully reconfigurable factory on the site of the old Sheffield airport. Interserve first won the job in competitive tender in April of 2014. Between April and the start on site in September there was a significant value engineering exercise, and we started on site in September. Many challenges, not least the circular shape of the building that you see in front of you. It's a very windy site, which is great for an airport site, but not terrific for building on. We've had many days when the crane's just been stood, unable to lift due to the high winds.
I'm currently stood in front of the Mark 1 building, which is fully surrounded by a structural curtain walling. A bit unusual in that it's normally made curtain walling from an aluminium system, and with this one, to span its full 8 metres in height, it's actually got steel sections. From a buildability perspective, posed a few challenges in the fact that it's a faceted system against our curved building frame, dealing with much larger sections of glazing and frame to install to span the distance without having any intermediate stopping points of an actual structural steel frame behind it. So I'm just stood in front of the Mark 2 factory. Part of the building, a bit more of a typical space. In this space it's been used for a little bit more sensitive work. We're very heavy on our M&E in this building. We've had a lot of prefabricated modules made that provide all of the services ready for the reconfigurable element of the factory. One of the key sustainability elements we've used on this project is the use of ground source heat pumps. I'm currently stood in front of the Energy Hub, which is an outbuilding to the main buildings, which houses most of the new utilities coming in. I'm stood on top of 32 number ground source heat pumps, quite an unusually high number that we've used on this project. And that's mainly because that is the sole source of all heating and cooling in this project. There is no external supply of gas being used at all. It is quite unusual to use this, and Factory 2050 is driving that way of how new facilities should be built in the future with the renewable energy that's been provided by the ground itself. So we've just come inside. I'm currently sat on the outer slab next to one of our service modules. One of the key elements to this project is allowing it to be a reconfigurable factory, and the service trenches that I'm sat next to. All the modules have come prefabricated and they're populated with ventilation, compressed air, water and electric. And that basically allows the end user to move in and move the factory around to suit whatever machines they've currently got in. So we've now come up to the roof, which is quite a traditional style roof. It's a standing seam roof, and we have chosen that to deal with the fast nature of this project and to allow us to quickly install it and progress swiftly on inside with the M&E to allow that to progress. So what we have here is a demonstration of how Interserve can deliver a project that is state-of-the-art with sustainable features, longevity to the client and innovation for the future for the end user.